Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be showing you a quick and simple everyday natural makeup routine that I have definitely been wearing every single day during this quarantine and time I've been stuck at home. I'm totally kidding, but for real, this is the routine that I have been using outside of home anytime I've been getting dressed and ready for Zoom University. And definitely for the last couple of months at my school, my jobs, and just everyday life, you know what I mean? I'm just really proud of myself because for the last couple of years, I have been downsizing my products, which has been an incredible and beneficial thing for my skincare and for my skin and just for my overall well-being. So I highly recommend kind of just downsizing and choosing all the products that work best for your skin and still keep you feeling fresh-faced and looking fresh every day. So without further ado, let's get right into that makeup routine. Alright, so we're gonna get started. So the first thing that I use is Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Primer. This is something I've been using that's really good because it has a probiotic blend and coconut water, so it's very hydrating and good for the skin. Just good ingredients overall to help nourish your skin. You can use this if you want to, if you want your concealer to stick better. Sometimes I just stick to my skincare base, which is just my sunscreen and the moisturizer that I use. But today I'm going to use this primer. So next up, what we're going to do is take the concealer that I use just because I have some blemishes on my face. You would think that during this quarantine my skin would glow up, but it definitely hasn't because college classes have just been so stressful. So for my concealer, I've been using the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G11. It's been great because it's kind of more of a light to medium coverage rather than a full coverage, which I haven't been needing recently. And it's good because you kind of just stick your finger in there, grab what you need, and then proceed to cover up your blemishes. And usually if I'm doing some kind of a full face routine for like a big event or something, I do use a full coverage concealer and I use a beauty blender for that kind of stuff. But this, I just use my finger to blend it in. Sometimes it kind of just depends on the day when it comes to setting my face and my concealer with powder, but when I do, and if I decide to, I do use the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Pressed Powder. It has an antioxidant blend, so it's going to be a little bit better for the skin rather than like the talc powders and stuff like that. This might still have talc and zinc, but it just sets my face and it hasn't broken me out, which has been really good. So I do recommend this for anybody who has dealt with breakouts before. I think this is pretty good. I am not a professional, but it hasn't personally broken me out, so I recommend it. And for the next step, we're doing eyebrows. Woohoo! So I kind of have two different things that I like to do. So if my eyebrows are looking pretty clean, they just need a little bit of a pick-me-up, I use the Benefit Gimme Brow, which is just kind of a brush with fibers that help like fill in your eyebrows and make them look a little bit cleaner. Or if that's not what I'm feeling that day, I take the Anastasia Brow Wiz and I fill in my eyebrows a little lightly, and then I set that with their clear brow gel. But today, I think I'm gonna use the Brow Wiz. Woo! Eyebrows done. Alrighty. So sometimes I like to put a little bit more color in my face, and when that is the case, I do use Glossier Cloud Paint. I usually switch in between Dusk, which is kind of like a more dark mauve-y coral color, and then Beam, which is very much like a bright and more colorful coral color, I would say. So for the purposes of today, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Dusk. And the really cool thing about this, sorry that a lot of these are Glossier, I promise this isn't sponsored, I don't work for them or anything, but all of their products are just really user-friendly and simple and easy for on-the-go people like myself, especially somebody who works somewhere where you can take a shower and then get dressed for the day there. It's been really convenient to kind of just bring my makeup bag along and be able to throw this stuff in there and have a full face just by having like glossier products. Super convenient. So yeah, I just dab a little bit onto my skin, blend that in. No need to use a beauty blender, especially if I'm not using too much. And it just gives a little bit color to my face. So after that point, this is my favorite point, my highlighter. So you probably can't see it because the label has come off, but this is the Too Faced You're So Jelly highlighter. I've been using this for as long as I can remember. This is in the shade, I'm gonna assume that this is like champagne or something because it's a champagne color, but the label has also come off on the bottom. So it's a jelly highlighter. As you can see, it's not a powder, so it's not gonna like settle into your pores or anything like that. And usually there's enough on the cap for me to just kind of take it off the cap. Alrighty, and so for my next step, I do my mascara. So for this one, I already curled my eyelashes for this video just to make life a little bit easier. You don't want to see me poking my eye out in a video. So I usually switch off between two different mascaras. One is the Tarte Maneater and one is the Benefit They're Real. Today I'm going to go for the Benefit They're Real. And now that I look a little bit more put together, my final step is usually just something to put on my lips. So usually I'll just put on a lip balm like Carmex. Super simple, but it gets the job done. And if I don't want to do Carmex, if I want to switch it up and just put something else on my lips, I put the Glossier Generation G lipstick on. It's kind of more of a lip balm for me. It's kind of like a blotted lip, so you can kind of determine how much you want of it and how pigmented you want it. This is in the shade Like, and it's kind of like a your lip color, but better. So it definitely enhances your natural lip color. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions for any future content, feel free to leave those in the comment box down below. And also feel free to leave me a comment letting me know what you're doing to stay productive and motivated during this quarantine and during this really uncertain time. I would love to know what you guys are doing and to give me some tips in this situation. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will talk to you soon.